So, hello everybody, what is going on? Today is Ephraim here, and welcome back to some more Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. Last time, well, we went ahead and made our way deeper into Helen, finding out the truth of who Mir was, along with encountering some new heroes and a few new allies. We also found out just what the true story behind the Demon Lord is. Now we must set out and continue with our little quest. If I sound a bit off, that is because unfortunately I am sick. So yeah, I'm under the weather. Not really the best, unfortunately, but oh well. We're gonna make do with it. We're gonna push forward, and we're gonna see just what is in store for our heroes at Hamill Canyon. There isn't much else to note, I guess. I have a rune sword because if you go ahead and you tackle the Tower of Valny, you can save, retreat. No, you can enter the first floor, retreat, save, reset your game, go back in, and the skeleton at the top left will have a rune sword that he will carry. You defeat him, you obtain it, you end up getting yourself an extra weapon, and you can continuously grind for this weapon however much you'd like. So go for it if you want to. Tower of Valny can be restarted every time you enter. Every time you leave, you have to restart it, so keep a close eye out for that. There's not really much else to know. I have plenty of items still left over. Nothing new, no new upgrades, I believe. Everyone is still pretty much the same. So yeah, nothing else really to note about that. All you have to say is we have Elwyn in our journeys, and we have Saleh as well with us. Last time with Ephraim, we pushed deeper into the Grado Empire, and we inched our way towards the Grado Keep. As he does that, well, we have Eirika pushing closer to Johanna and Ralston. So let's not waste any time and let's make way to Hamill Canyon. Johanna, home of dancing white sands. The largely barren desert nation is infamous for its mercenary forces. In accordance with her husband's dying wish, the beautiful Ismir rules Johanna. The Queen of the White Dunes governs Johanna with grace and honor. When he was young, her son left Johanna. His whereabouts remain unknown. After passing through Helen, Eirika arrives in Johanna. There, she finds the nation embroiled in combat with Grado's forces. Things just never seem to let up wherever we go. Chapter 13, Hamill Canyon. Check back in with Grado and see just what's happening at the keep. My brother is dead? That can't be. That's impossible. There's no mistake. Look for yourself. I brought his corpse with me. That's him right over there, isn't it? No. Brother. Not a pretty sight, eh? You'll be hard-pressed to ready that for a proper burial. But listen, Cormac, there's no reason for you to grieve. After all, who better than you to replace your brother in his majesty's service? Picture it, General Cormac, the new and improved Sunstoke, eh? Who did this? Who is responsible? Who? Glenn's last orders were to find and subdue Eirika. 'Tis a pity I was delayed. I arrived to witness the final blow myself. I watched Eirika run her blade right through his chest and then flee. Eirika? Where is she now? What would you do if I told you, without orders from His Majesty? Answer me! In the eastern mountains of Carcino. The forests are thick in that region. It won't be easy finding her, but... Cormac sets out. Gone already? I sent a gift your way, Eirika, but I trust you can handle it. You're my girl after all. I need you to be strong for me. Messenger, messenger, I bring word from Frelia. Go on. What news do you bring? Prince Inez, you're alive and well. When the reinforcements rode into Ursina, you were nowhere to be seen. We thought perhaps the enemy forces had reached you, and it's good to see you well, my lord. I'm sorry to have troubled you, but remember, the duty I bear is a harsh master. It will not let me die easily. Of course, Prince Inez. Yes. What word do you bring of Frelia? Speak! Yes, your highness. Frelia has invaded Cursino and engaged the traitor Pablo's mercenary army. With aid from Elder Klimt, we are crushing the foe where we find them. Pablo's faction is retreating ever southward, toward Johanna. Towards Johanna? They must be planning to join with the Grado forces there. Pardon me, but I must know. Do you have a word of my brother? Yes. Prince Ephraim has forced the surrender of Grado's fortress at Rigwald. He's now marching onward toward the Imperial capital. Toward the capital? That fool. Emperor Vigard himself and his Imperial Guard are in the capital. It's too strong of a force, even for Ephraim. No, I believe in my brother. I know he fights still. His bracelet tells me so. Eirika, is it time to go already? Larko, we're going to break through the Grado lines and join the army of Johanna. You should keep to the rear where it's safe. No, I will stay with you. Confronting evil boldly is the sworn duty of an ally of justice. And it may be that Grado's goal is the stone of Johanna. I cannot stand by and let it be destroyed. Larko, where did you come by such information? That, the wind. It whispered to me in the night. The wind? Whispered to you? Yes, that's right. And according to that gentle breeze, there are knights riding this way from Roston even as we speak. If we can but hold out until they arrive, the battle will surely be ours. Come, Eirika, let us be on our way. Wait a moment. Larko, who are you? They should be arriving any time now. Are you ready, Ias? Everything's in place. This Princess Eirika supposedly defeated General Glenn. I wonder. If it's true, then she's a foe to be reckoned with, and no doubt. Still, there's no reason to worry. I can best her. I know it. You'll take her. I have no fear. We fought as mercenaries together, and I know what we are capable of. I can search the continent over and not find a man to match your skills. I'm honored to hear you say that, but I have no interest in the titles or trappings of Grado's Imperial Army. Don't say that! You're glad you came with me, right? You know we were both sick to death of living like desert rats. I'm going to be king one day. This war is just the beginning. It starts again. Word has it that the Knights of Ralston are riding from the north. They're mine. I can trust this mess to your capable hands, can't I, ass? You remember what they called me when we were mercenaries, don't you? I was never once wounded on the battlefield. On the field of battle, not once. My skill is not garish and loud like yours, but I've never known defeat. Yes, that's true. And depending on you, ass. All units prepare for battle. Princess Eirika, the enemy is arrayed before us. We've word that Pablo's mercenary army is closing in from the rear. We must be cautious. All we have to do is hold them off until the Knights of Roston arrive. If we can do that, victory is as good as ours. Let's get started, shall we, Eirika? Indeed. Just like that, Chapter 13 is a survival mission, so bring out your toughest, bulkiest units and play it safe however you can. What I do want to note for you guys is we are going to be surrounded throughout this entire mission. We have units coming at us from the south, from the north, from the east, and from the west. Our main objective is to hold out against Aes. He's a great knight. If you want to tackle him, you can, but be very wary. He has the short spear, the silver blade, and the sword slinger. He has counters for almost everything. He has a counter for axes, he has a counter for swords, and he has a counter for lances. Well, actually, no, not a counter for lances. So, but still, be ready nonetheless. be prepared to hold out against them. One thing I definitely want to note for you guys is we also have possible reinforcements coming up. If you manage to miss Amelia in Chapter 9 with Eirika, you can go ahead and recruit her here, as she will show up with a certain someone who's hunting Eirika. Other than that, not much else to do. We only have to survive 10 turns, so let me sort out my units and we'll jump right into this wild mess. Alright, I think I'm as set as I can be. I think I'm as ready as I'll have all prepared. So, of course, I'm bringing along Kyle and Ford for land support, Tana for good aerial support, Amelia as well for good tank, Joshua and Colm for just some swordsmanship and stealing, even though Joshua doesn't have a lockpick, just to bring him along for his swordsmanship. Ross is the axeman, Naomi because of all the ballistas that are spread across the field, Archer and Lutz as our magic casters, and Moldor for healing. Of course, you can mix it up. You can bring Inez as well, you can bring Larkle, you can bring anyone really, but these are the units I prefer to use. We're all saved up. Let's jump right in. Okay. Now, in all honesty, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to head up and have Ross wait right there in the front and have Kyle back him. Have him javelin. Move Amelia up just slightly there. I'm going to push Colm down here just so that we can start taking care of these few. Go. We're just gonna jump straight into this madness. So I'm gonna push Naomi up here so she can get a hold of this ballista immediately and just start taking care of these units that are in the way. Like I said, play it safe however you can. Don't push too much. I'm gonna have Ford cover the rear end in case something decides to jump at us from there. I believe actually, no, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know exactly where a certain unit's supposed to come from, so we're just gonna have to wait it out and see. Tana, have you push down here. Take care of this one. Just take center hold of all these ballista immediately. Go. Lutz can cover this end, and we'll send Joshua up to help cover that end. Alright. Here we go. This is where things are destined to get interesting. Seeing as we have so many units that we have to clash with and hold our own against. I definitely recommend you don't push in your own, or you don't rush in immediately with your units. Let them attack you first. You have a higher chance of survival if that happens. Especially with Ross being the X-Men, he can take loads of damage. If you have him as a pirate or as a fighter, he can take loads of damage and dish out some good damage in return. Go. This entire map, fortunately, is like just converged of lances. So if you have a sniper, not a sniper. If you have if you have your paladins, not your paladins. If you have your cavalry upgraded to great knights, they're gonna perform very well in this fight. Javelins are gonna be your best friends because there's also a lot of ranged units you have to watch out for. So just hold your own and be ready. There's also worries like this that might come your way. Well, Ross is dishing out all the damage you can. Fortunately, the hand axe is done with, so now we gotta make do without it. But we should be okay. You have sleep. Oh, no, that's a big concern. If you have restore, definitely get it. If not, it might prove this to be a bit difficult, but you shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Just play it safe however you can. You have physic. Ooh, okay. That's gonna make things a bit challenging. We'll have to make do with it. And yep, as expected, more and more units are gonna appear and cause more trouble for us. So just be ready for whatever comes rushing at you, and hold out however you can. Go. Take your time with it. Slay any opponents that you can, and don't rush, because